Hello, good evening, good day. Welcome, esteemed individuals from wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us for this year's exciting Experience Summit, where today we will be discussing a topic that dances at the intersection of technology and humanity. Alan Kay, a pioneer in the field of computer science, famously said, "The best way to predict the future is to invent it." As we embark on the fascinating journey of AI and UX, this quote takes on a new meaning. It urges us to proactively shape this future of technology by designing AI systems with a user-centric, human-centric approach, ensuring that they serve as valuable tools that augment our capabilities and promote positive human experiences. As AI's influence expands by the day, it prompts us to reflect on our roles as humans in this dynamic partnership. For the time allotted today, many of the concepts could be entire courses on their own. So we'll be speaking to machine learning in a design lens rather than technical AI or technical machine learning. My name is Dai Li. I'm an AI design strategist here at ServiceNow and an AI ethicist. I bridge the gap between technology and human values by guiding the design and development of AI systems that are not only technically advanced, but also align with ethical principles, ensuring the responsible and human-centric deployment of AI. I will now hand it off to my brilliant and favorite colleague, Jessa, to kick off today's talk where we'll unravel the transformative power of UX, weaving a tapestry of insights, anecdotes, and visionary ideas that celebrate the extraordinary potential that lies in the nexus of human intelligence and artificial capabilities. Jessa.
Hi, thank you, Di. Well, first, Di, you're one of my favorite people. Her passion and commitment to responsible AI is nothing short of inspiring, and I have learned so much from working closely with her. We are so excited to be here and present on this extremely exciting and relevant topic. My name is Jessa Anderson, and I'm a senior lead AI UX research and strategist here at ServiceNow. I've been focused on researching and developing AI products for the past 3.5 years for a variety of different personas. I have the privilege of working with a broad team of other AI UX researchers, as well as amazing cross-functional stakeholders, including UX designers like Di, inbound and outbound PMs, machine learning engineers, data scientists, and many others, all focused on designing human-centric AI experiences. So today we will delve into the vital role that user experience plays in this grand tango, while also providing resources and applicable actions that UX practitioners can take to create more responsible AI experiences wherever you are. We have a lot to cover, and we'll definitely give time for Q&A at the end. But let's get into how UX for AI plays a vital role in human and AI collaboration, like a well-choreographed dance between partners, because it takes two to tango. First, let's quickly level set on what we mean by AI. Most of us here are not data scientists or machine learning engineers, I imagine, but we all have heard of AI, artificial intelligence. When we say AI today, we are using that as a large umbrella term to mean any form of non-biological intelligence. There's traditional AI and generative AI that we're going to talk about. Traditional AI was an umbrella for common machine learning algorithms like classification, similarity, regression, clustering. And these are really good for grouping, identifying, making predictions, and learning from patterns, but are not creating net new material. As such, you can think of it more as assembling a jigsaw puzzle into an existing piece of known art, like Starry Night. Traditional AI is really good for pattern recognition and classification, and you've all encountered it in social media algorithms, and even when using things like email or text and suggesting the next word or sentence to you. In contrast, generative AI does just that, generates new content by treating different inputs as text. So, for example, actual written text and audio, but also things like DNA and images. Then it's trained on massive amounts of data such that the AI can generate something new. You can think of this more as a painter with a blank canvas. It'll be inspired by all sorts of the data it was trained on, but can still create something that has not existed just like it before, and more so mimics human creativity. Generative AI includes things like ChatGPT, Bard, Bing Plus, Midjourney, Dolly, and so on. So, though we UX professionals here may recognize there are differences between AI technology, and it may be important on the back end depending on who you're designing experiences for. To most people and the common public, AI is still just AI. And because generative AI has opened the door to having AI become more mainstream, we've all seen these headlines. The importance of understanding the unique considerations that we as UX professionals should be aware of is heightened. As such, we can look to ethical AI and human-centered AI best practices to help guide us in these common principles and experiences. So I'm going to turn it back over to Di to speak to some of these.
As we're in the age of AI, various terms emerge and are transforming, especially as AI goes from theoretical to applied. It's important to note that the language will continue to evolve and accommodate the changes in innovation. Each of these can be a course on their own, but let's explore the nuances between these extensive terms to shed light on their unique contributions. Ethical AI dives into the moral implications of AI and examines it in a light of human values and societal impact. It raises open-ended questions and engages in research within the realm of human values and its impact and influence on technology. On the other hand, responsible AI takes a more practical approach. Drawing from the insights gained through ethical evaluations, it ensures that these learnings through development of principles, frameworks, and best practices to ensure AI systems are designed and deployed in a manner that aligns with ethical considerations. Human-centered AI, in comparison, goes beyond ethical and responsible AI approaches. It places a strong emphasis on designing AI systems that prioritize the needs, well-being, and values of human users. It involves understanding and addressing human aspirations, capabilities, and limitations to create experiences that are intuitive, inclusive, and beneficial to individuals and society as a whole. Building trust is a crucial aspect of responsible AI, as it involves instilling confidence in users that AI systems operate ethically, reliably, and transparently. UX designers and researchers can actively contribute and play such a vital role in the development of responsible AI systems. They can do so by participating in activities such as reviewing and sharing persona research with engineers and technical teams, ensuring that training data that is used to train the models aligns with the intended users, advocating for diverse and inclusive data sets during the data collection and during the data labeling and annotation processes, and collaborating with researchers and developers to incorporate transparency and interpretability features into the AI models. Conducting rigorous user testing and evaluation to identify potential biases and discriminatory outcomes. Also, designing safeguards to mitigate risks and promote user safety, and by providing clear and accessible user interfaces that empower users to understand, control, and contest the AI system's behavior. Here are a list of courses and some partner resources that we've compiled for you. So UX is essential for responsible AI as it designs safeguards, transparency, and realistic expectations, building trust and confidence in AI systems. By creating immersive, personalized, and anticipatory AI experiences, UX designers establish a symbiotic relationships between humans and AI. Explainability and transparency are incredibly important in ensuring that AI processes and decisions are interpretable and comprehensible to humans. Responsible AI, with its emphasis on ethics, human-centered AI, trust, explainability, transparency, and human oversight, contestability, and control, aims to pave the way for a future where AI technologies truly serve humanity's best interests, employing these multidimensional perspectives. Jessa will now dive into some of product examples of how these are done.
Thank you, Di. That was so informative and wonderful to think through the possible impact we can have and really how we can play a role to elevate responsible and ethical AI for our users. But now I'll give a more concrete example of how UX can play this pivotal role with a ServiceNow AI product, using those 3 UX considerations you called out as bigger buckets: explainability, transparency, and then the human oversight and control. I'm going to speak through an example that will really illustrate how we can elevate the role of the human to ensure they are able to teach their AI dance partner to not step on their toes. Before I get into the details of the product, I want to quickly explain the persona we were using and their AI considerations. Here at ServiceNow, the admin is a highly technical user who's often an expert developer and has deep knowledge of ServiceNow as a whole platform and all the associated experiences that employees use in ServiceNow. They're kind of a gatekeeper. However, it's important to know that they typically do not have formal AI training or expertise. They are not data scientists, but they are tasked with setting up AI experiences for their users. So we need to be mindful of how we can create an admin experience that empowers them. As a quick note, the reality is there is more than one person involved in AI solution implementation, but for the sake of this presentation, we're just going to say admin. And then the ServiceNow product I'm going to give the example of is called Task Intelligence. It is an AI solution for customer service management that uses AI to automate routine tasks that agents typically manually have to do. One example is to set up what's called a classification model, which falls into our traditional AI, not generative AI bucket that we talked about earlier. And it will automatically convert incoming emails into cases or tickets, essentially, and fill in that case with relevant information from the email, which is currently a mundane and tedious job agents have to do, and we've heard that they don't like it. The admin is the persona who has to then set this up, including selecting the data, training the model, evaluating its performance, deploying it to the agents, and monitoring it. And then the agents are ultimately that end user of the AI solution. Let's look at some examples. When UX research and design first joined the product team, the initial assumption was that we should probably simplify it and just kind of hide everything that was machine learning or training to try to keep it as simple as possible, with the idea that this is probably what the users wanted. However, when we developed the concepts and tested with our admins, we quickly found out that they actually wanted to know that this was machine learning because there were different considerations they need to have to move from a deterministic business rule approach to probabilistic machine learning. Like even the fact that they had to set up and train a model and think through what data they would select and what are some of those trade-offs with it. As such, we changed the approach to give, which you're seeing here, ample guidance and support by relying on furthering explainable AI and providing examples that will help empower them to set up AI. We know ensuring human oversight is critical. So though there are those default model settings available for the admin to get started, they get to review it and stay in control. Then there is transparency, that turquoise one. We want to ensure that models can run well. So the example here shows that if customers have multiple models predicting the same output, an alert will come up to let the admins know that the same data output was already selected in a different model. And then explainability. So the red, pink one, using plain language throughout, as well as access to quick and product help, which I'll show you what that looks like. So here's the embedded help panel, which is available. They can open and close it as they need it and they're working, but they can access documentation that's contextually aware to give them the ability to dive in and learn more, as this will help them understand their output and help them make more informed choices. And here you can see when they're getting started, they can even see a preview of how different AI capabilities would look for their end users, the agents, so they can know a bit more about what they want to do and what they're setting up. So once they have decided to set it up and train it, we know that building trust and helping the admins understand the implications of the model is critical. So here they're able to see how that trained model would have performed on their historical data. Ultimately, again, this is all about building trust and relies on explainability to show how the model would have performed. So there's the pink ones again, where it shows the data sources and use case, the date it was trained on, things like that let them see how those sample results for those output fields would have been filled. The admins can then open up those sample results, and then there's transparency because the admins can actually go in and compare predictions with the human agents to see if they match or are different from AI. It's important to note that even if they are different, there is no assumption or judgment that one is right and one is wrong, but rather that it requires that human oversight to go in and look at it and review it. Then, let's say they're ready to move on. in terms of how admins then turn on or go live with this new AI solution so that agents will start to use it. They're given 3 options, all designed to help them build confidence and trust and stay in control. So first, if the admins feel really cautious, they can turn it on to run in the background only, and then can see how it would have performed if it was deployed, which helps with transparency into the model performance and the impact. Second, they can decide, hey, I want agents to use it, and they can do it in recommendation only mode. So that's where it just shows an option for agents to select from. Or third, they can do it in the full autofill mode. So the model automatically fills out those associated fields for them. But the admins, again, are still in control, that purpley blue one. So they can select if different fields are autofilled or recommended. And they can even say, hey, I don't want you to recommend or fill out anything for this given field. So there's in control, because sometimes a field might be extra sensitive, like this one, we have priority. So maybe they always wanted to have human agents review and confirm it and never have it autofilled. So these were just some examples within a single product, and just looking at that admin experience, not even the agent side of it, which we also have informed and use the same principles to create. Though I could keep going, I want to emphasize again, this is all about building trust and making sure that humans' experiences and needs are prioritized. So truly human-centric design. I'll turn it over to Di to close us out.
Thank you so much, Jessa. It's so cool to see the different ways that we're trying to further explainability, transparency, and just really building trustworthiness into our products. This just goes to show that experienced designers and researchers play such an invaluable role in building trust in AI and in building quality AI products. Through transparency, explainability, user control, ethical considerations, and user-centric design, they shape AI systems that are more responsible and earn confidence and foster trustworthiness. Continuous iteration ensures reliability and accountability, and it truly does, from what you've shown, take multiple villages and cross-functional teams working together to ensure that the future of our technology aligns with human values and to enhance ours and our customers' lives. To close things off, we have an exciting announcement. In addition to the resources we shared earlier, we're also working towards a responsible ServiceNow AI guide to help you in crafting more trustworthy AI experiences. So make sure you like and subscribe to all of ServiceNow's public channels to stay tuned. Thank you so much again for allowing us to share our passion with you all. And with that, we'll go straight into Q&A.